Okay, so moving on to our next university, we have California State University, Northridge. And to present that, we have Boris with us. Hi, Boris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you
Hi,
very
warm
much.
welcome.
All right, let me set everything up here.
Hi,
Okay,
welcome.
thank you. I have two
Yes, I
screens
can
this
see you.
afternoon.
Yes, I can see your screen. It's a lovely owl sleeping, I guess.
Okay, hold on. Let me actually then move the presentation over because I have a
Yes,
cool screen
start
set up
with
right
the
here.
presentation, right?
Okay, 1 second. One moment, please. Okay. A couple of tech issues as always. Okay, that's what happens if you have a dual setup, I guess. Is there any way I can just share my second
Yeah,
screen?
I can see the owl. Yes, now I can see the presentation.
Yeah. I just want to, because I usually put the presentation mode and then it goes into the other screen. So hold on. I'm trying to fix this right now. Sorry for the delay here. All right. Anyhow, looks like it's not working. So let me just do it this way. Apologies for everybody. But I hope you will be able to see it. So let me minimize this right
Yes,
here
we
a
can.
little
You
bit.
can start with this. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for listening and for chiming in. And thank you again to Study Mentor for organizing this event. My name is Boris, and I will tell you a little bit today about our university, California State University, Northridge. So we're going back from the East Coast back to the West Coast. And again, thank you for having me today. I am the International Programs Manager and Outreach Manager here at California State University, Northridge. So without further ado, let's dive right into our university itself. And I hope you are able to see this. We are located in the northern part of the city of Los Angeles. You heard from some of my colleagues earlier today. So again, we are in Southern California, just in the northern part of Los Angeles. We are part of the CSU system. And just to give you a quick heads up, as I'm sure you're aware, when it comes to distances here in LA, we don't really go by kilometers or miles, we go by driving distance. So basically, we just figure out how long it takes to get from point A to point B. So you can see CSUN right here, for example, is about 30 to 40 minutes north of the Los Angeles International Airport. Other close by destinations would be Hollywood, Universal Studios, that's within 20 to 30 minutes, and then Monica, that is within 30 to 40 minutes driving distance from our campus. So we're very centrally located within Los Angeles, again, the northern part of the city. I'm sure most of these locations you've also seen in the movies. So yeah, it's fairly well known. A couple of stats and facts about our university. We are one of the larger CSUs with close to 40,000 students. Out of those 40,000 students, we have close to 2,800 international students from more than 100 different countries in the world. So as you can imagine, it's a very diverse campus, a very international campus. So that means for you as a student, you don't really have to worry about finding new friends or worrying about the acceptance that you might encounter on campus. Our students, our campus community, again, is very, very diverse. And you will find a multitude of students on campus with all types of different cultural backgrounds and all types of different languages as well. We offer to our students more than 60 undergraduate majors and more than 70 master degree programs. And to be honest, if you look at CSUN degrees, if you want to do a search, you will find actually close to 140 different options when it comes to undergraduate programs and a little bit more than 100 different options when it comes to graduate programs. So these numbers right here on this slide are rather conservative. You're also ranked among the top 25 public regional schools in the United States, in the Western United States, I should say. So also something to keep in mind. And we also do offer to our students more than 300 clubs and organizations that they can join. Relatively small class sizes for a public institution of about 27 students. You can see the student to faculty ratio right here. Now, of course, you want to know, hey, as as CSUN, what exactly are your achievements, your rankings? So I prepared this little slide right here. We do have a AACSB accredited business college. So if you're interested in studying business degrees, that's a great place to go. It's a very strong academic program. We do have a ABET accredited College of Engineering and Computer Science. I know that I get a lot of interest for these degrees from Indian students, so you're definitely also the great place if you are looking to study these type of degrees. We are also a 2020 Carnegie Community Engagement Classification School, so this is fairly recent. I know it's a mouthful. The Carnegie Foundation, for those of you who are not familiar, is a very prestigious foundation here in the US, and we are pretty proud of that, of having achieved that engagement, community engagement classification. I think only only about 65 schools in the United States hold that engagement classification. We do have a top 30 film school in the world as ranked by Variety, which is a publication here in the US, top 25 music school as ranked by the Hollywood Reporter, top 25 rising star institution for research in North America, top 10 college in the nation for value as ranked by Forbes, and again, among the top 25 public schools in the Western US in our category. Now, of course, you want to see, hey, if I go to CSUN, what does it look like if I come to the campus? How does it, what can I expect? Well, there are a couple of things you can expect. We have state-of-the-art facilities for you to attend. We do have a big student recreation center. Of course, right now, during the current pandemic, most of our classes took place virtually, but we're looking forward to resume face-to-face instruction back in fall of 2021. So this year, just as an FYI, the current vaccination efforts here in Los Angeles are ramping up, and it is looking fairly positive as of this moment. You can work out at our Student Recreation Center, which is the big building that you see on this slide right here in the lower left-hand corner. That's a state-of-the-art building. It's about, I think now 7 years old. It offers weight training classes. You can attend activity classes such as Zumba, yoga, meditation. All of that is included for free. There's a 3-story high climbing wall inside of that building. As you can imagine, it does get a little bit hot during the summertime, specifically here in the valley in Los Angeles, as we call it. So yeah, it's definitely a great place where you can go work out in air conditioning. And of course, socialize and make friends with other students. And if you're tired of working out, you can hop right next door to our Oasis Wellness Center, which offers massages, napping pods, yoga classes. It's basically a place where you can go to de-stress. So all of that is included with your tuition, and it's a free service available to our students. I already mentioned you can join more than 300 clubs and organizations on our campus. These are usually interest-based. They can also be study-based, any type of study interest you have. They can be competitions, engineering competitions, anything where you can think of. Again, a great place to start to make friends and to socialize and to connect with other CSUN students. We also do have a health center available on campus where you can go if you're not feeling well. And we do also have a academic advisement hub available to our students. Student housing is available as well on our campus. It's very convenient. It's safe. We do have laundry and parking facilities available, fully furnished. Cable Wi-Fi is included, and a lot of students might be jealous of you because you can literally wake up, roll out of bed in the morning, and then walk to your classroom. It usually takes anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. That is a luxury that's not a lot of students who attend universities in Los Angeles have. A lot of them have to drive to their respective campus. Housing, note here, is not mandatory for international students. Now, of course, you want to know a little bit more about our programs, what we can study, what you can study. Well, I picked a few. So we have 8 academic colleges, and I just wanted to highlight our College of Engineering Computer Science specifically. Currently, we have around 4,000 students studying there in about 5 different departments. And there's a strong emphasis on hands-on experience. And there's also a lot of other things that our College of Engineering Computer Science offers, a lot of other bonuses to our students. You can study things such as civil engineering, computer science, computer and software engineering, engineering management, and a lot of these also as graduate and master degrees. It's a very competitive college to get into, I should say, but we will talk about that during the admission requirements. One other thing that you can expect from our College of Engineering and Computer Science is events such as the Tech Fest that we have every spring. Tech Fest, that is where you as a student can connect to local employers, seek out internships, and build your professional network. We also do have competitions such as the Meta Bots, that's our robotics club, which placed among the top 10% of, well, the top 10 robotics teams in the world in 2016. So as you can see, high quality, they take this very seriously, and we take this very seriously, and it just speaks to the quality of some of our engineering programs as well. Now, in terms of career services, we also do have a career center available on campus to our students. You can go there, connect to our alumni network. Alumni work for very well-known, reputable companies such as 21st Century Fox, NBC, Walt Disney, anything you can think of, Tesla. Yeah, you have a variety of companies headquartered here in Southern California, in Los Angeles. You can go there to get help and tips with interviews, and we also do organize virtual job fairs where you can connect with local employers, seek out internships. All of that is available to you. On top of that, we also do have OPT and CPT advisement available on our campus through our International Student Exchange Center. So in case if you are interested in these options once you graduate, that is available as well. I'm not just saying this, we have seen students undergo internships at, right here, Walt Disney, Google, Warner Brothers, and Tesla, so quite important. All right, freshman admissions. I'll be quick here. Oops, let's go back. For freshman admissions, you will have to have completed high school. You should have a 3.0 GPA on a 4.0 grading scale. And you should also provide us with an English proficiency score of, can be a TOEFL 61 or IELTS 6.0, or even a Duolingo now of 95. We started accepting Duolingo test scores as well during the last year, specifically during the current pandemic. You can apply through CalState Apply. The application fee is $70, and we do not require the SAT or ACT test scores. They are optional to submit for freshmen. So that is it in a nutshell for freshman admissions, first-time freshman admissions. We do, on a side note, also accept international transfer students. So if you decide to go to a community college and then transfer to CSUN, that is a possibility. Or if you decide to transfer from your current university, if you're studying in India, to CSUN as an international transfer student, that is also a possibility. Please reach out to Study Metro or to us if you are interested to look into that further. Graduate admissions. Graduate admissions in a nutshell, it really depends by program and which program you're applying to, what the specific GPA requirements are. Overall speaking, you will have to provide us with at least an English proficiency score of IELTS 6.5 or TOEFL 79 or Duolingo 105. And these scores can be higher. There are certain selective scores for certain programs. For example, if you want to study mass communication or mass journalism, basically mass communication, you should have a higher English score. The minimum GPA here is usually 2.5, but for our engineering college, you should have at least a 3.0 GPA in your bachelor's to apply, and you should also have a 4-year bachelor degree, not a 3-year bachelor degree. And there are additional departmental requirements. Good news here, if you're interested in applying for fall 2021, most of the GRE requirements that we have in place were waived. The only one that I know is still in effect is the GMAT for our MBA program, so that has not been waived. So if you're interested in studying the MBA, you will have to provide us with the GMAT score. Of course, you want to know, what does all of this cost? Well, tuition and scholarships. This is what we have available at CSUN tuition-wise, based on 24 units, so that's 12 units per semester. You're looking at around $16,400 in tuition. Roughly, well, I should say 16,500 rounded up. And again, that's for an undergraduate student based on a whole year. As a graduate student, you're looking at about $15,600 in tuition based on 18 units. That's 9 units per semester. We do have scholarships available as well. International scholarships. You can either research these and take a look at them, or you can reach out to Study Metro for more information. These scholarships, though, are merit-based, and that means that you have to be already admitted as a student, and they're merit-based based on your performance in CSUN courses and classes. So we don't really have any pre-arrival scholarships available. So just as an FYI here. All right, with that only brings me to the end of the presentation. I hope I stayed within the time. I did my best. And yeah, are there any questions? Anything I can help with? Any questions?
Yes. Hi, Boris. Thank you so much for the lovely presentation. Yes, I do have one question. Do we have GRE waiver for graduate admissions?
Do we have
GRE waivers.
GRE waivers? Yes. So most of our GREs were waived. Depending on the program, there are just a few in place. For example, I think psychology might be one, but for the most part, they have been waived for fall 2021. Not, there's no word yet of regarding anything 2022. So that's one thing I would like to point out here. The application cycle, by the way, ends May the 31st for fall of 2021. Any other questions?